Hello, hello, friends. Welcome back. We are at Yankeetown Women's Club Thrift. I haven't been here in a little while. They're closing in a few weeks for the summer, so I'm gonna make sure I come back right before they close because they do like 50 to 75% off everything. But they might have a sale today. I haven't went and checked yet. And I have a ton of inventory at home. I've just gotten a lot from online estate auctions, so I'm gonna attempt to be pickier. If you know me, you know a lot of times that does not work, but I'm going to try. So let's go ahead and go in and see what we can find. All right, so walking up here on the sidewalk, they have always got dollar clothes. And looking at the sign by the door, it looks like everything is 50% off. So that means all of these clothes are only going to be 50 cents that are out here on the rack. And this is a really, really nice woven sweater vest with like a silk lining. I don't see a tag, but this is really, really well made. So for 50 cents, I'm definitely going to grab that one. And I didn't bring my cart in. I've been bad about not bringing carts in. Gotta start bringing my cart in again. I think that was like a Ford Mustang shirt. Here's a cute little baby fat like onesie piece, but I didn't see where it connects. I don't know how that works, so I'm gonna put that one back. Some jeans, and jeans for 50 cents. I'm not sure you could really go wrong because I feel like even generic brands will go for $10 if you get the right size. And I'm going to attempt not to bore you guys too much with clothing. We'll just look through these racks really fast. Look at this North Face t-shirt camo for 50 cents. I can't read the size, but for 50 cents we'll size it out. And you can Google, just as an FYI, the average like pit to pit measurement and figure out a size and just notate that you size by measurements when you put it in your listing. So I will pick up some shirts if they're good brands and even if they don't have the tag, but the majority of the time I do want to see the tag. Here is a nice Wrangler pearl snap, and those tend to sell pretty fast for me, between $15 and $25, sometimes a little bit higher. And you guys know I cannot pass up a University of Florida Gators shirt, so definitely going to grab that one. And I will be going back hopefully one more time before they close. They put new stuff out here every day, so hopefully we can find some stuff. Now, here's a Nike shirt, but it looks like it has some spots. So even though it's only 50 cents, I am behaving and putting that back. Another Florida Gators t-shirt. This one's a 2XL, and it's a basketball. And we just won the national championship at basketball. So that one should sell pretty good. Really nice Adidas hoodie. Again, 50 cents. You know, even if you turn 50 cents into $15 profit percent wise, that is a great return. Here's a vintage nightgown, but that one looked like it had some staining on it, so I did put that one back. And again, trying to go pretty fast through these racks, and we're going to go next to the shed, which has hard goods and linens. I have that same shirt, the Lucky shirt. It's a good little St. Patrick's Day shirt. Another Western pearl snap. We will take that. I find quite a few of them in my area. We are pretty rural, so the Western shirts are definitely something I look out for. And I haven't found any that are overly valuable, but again, $15 to $25 pretty easy on those. So if you can get them for a couple of dollars, I definitely would pick them up. That one had some spots. I'm trying to be better about checking for spots because normally I just grab and go, and then I get home and find a lot of spots. So let me know if that's you, or do you take everything to the side and look at it at the second time? I never do, so I'm trying to hold them up and look a little better the first time before I'm grabbing and putting them in my cart. Not seeing a ton here. So let's go ahead and go over to the shed and see what we can find in here. And again, this is typically hard goods and linens for the most part in here. Looks like they still have quite a bit for having the 50% off. Hopefully they'll have some different stuff out when I go next week and they have 75% off. Most of this though is looking like newer stuff, and I tend to gravitate towards vintage. This one is, but I don't think that pattern is very desirable. If I'm wrong, let me know, because I did not look it up. I just was kind of going off my gut feeling. And signal here is kind of spotty, so. Now this one's a handmade, like a pottery studio. Kind of cool with the trees and the water, but this is a heavy piece, so I think that it would probably be pretty expensive to ship, and I'm not sure that it would sell for enough to justify that, because it was very thick and heavy. And if you see something, let me know, because again, I will be going back next week, so if I miss something, maybe it'll still be there when I go back next week. And they've got some amazing big pieces of art here that gentleman is looking at in the corner. These little coasters, I don't think they do overly well, but these cups are marked Germany, so I think I'm going to take a chance on them. I've done okay with some dish sets from Germany, and I think with the discount they're $1 each, so not a bad purchase price on these. So we'll definitely grab those and check them out and see. This tureen was marked on the bottom, but with the plain no design, not sure how it'll do. And again, those coasters, I've had them before, but I feel like they took a long time to sell. Candle, we got to smell the candle. It was okay. Not good enough to buy. Let's see what we see in the back here. This is a Brother label machine. I think these sell for like 30 to 40 or so. I'm trying to see if I see a price on this. It does have like the little extra ribbon cartridge in there. Let's see. They've got it at 10, so it'll be 5. 5 into 30 I don't think is too bad of a profit. And hopefully that one will sell decently fast. Look, headbands. 50 cents. I'm going to get those for me. And these two are the same color, so I figure I don't need two the same color. So one's light, one's dark. I think I'll put one of the dark ones back. Here's another light one. But for 50 cents, you really can't beat that. Trying to decide. Let's see. I need to look and see if those clippers just by themselves are worth picking up. I have picked up a few that were new in the box with all the attachments, but that one was just the clippers. If you know, let me know. If not, I'll try and remember to check that out. And look at all of the linens. Lots and lots of linens. And if you know me, you know I absolutely love linens. They are one of my favorite things to pick up and sell. This fabric looks really, really neat. I'm not sure what this is though. I'm trying to figure it out. I've got way too many things in my hands. I've got to remember to bring the cart in. I saw this Betty boot. It looks like a vintage, older baby Betty boot. How many things can Kat hold in her hands? So let's look at this thing. It's like, it's almost like it's a piece of fabric somebody started to sew and then they didn't finish it. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It just says it's $1. I was trying to see if maybe they wrote, if they knew. I really like the print, but I'm not sure. And I was asking that lady, she didn't know what it was either. And don't yell at me because these shelves were already a mess. This is Linux placemats, Linux Christmas, and I believe they were marked at $3, so they'll only be $1.50. Those should go for $25 to $30. I've done very, very well with Linux Christmas stuff. And now we're gonna load our hands back up. I went and dropped stuff off and came back with empty hands so I can see if I can find some more stuff. These are just plain napkins. They've got them at $2, but with them being plain, I'm not sure if I want to do them. But this is super cool. Like the texture on this throw pillow cover is really, really nice. So I think I'm going to get it. And here's another Linux. And I only know it because I have picked up so many. So this one actually has the napkins as well as the tablecloth. I really don't know why I set that back down. I really thought I got it. But apparently I did not. What am I doing here? What's going on, cat? These are really cool napkins here. You can see how much these things are. $3, so they'll be $1.50. We'll get those. I'm still baffled. I think there might have been spots on that tablecloth. I think that's why I decided to leave it behind. And I didn't get those like cheetah print ones. Let's see what else is hiding. I kind of wanted to get this. It's definitely a handmade piece. It's got the hot air balloon, but I think it's a valance. And I haven't done overly well with valances. I was trying to figure it out what it was, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I think, or maybe a curtain. I'm not sure. Even a twin sheet, possibly. Look, some new Nautica. I've done well with Nautica in the past, so I'm going to get that one for sure. And this is a really nice tea towel. And it's like brand new. It's $2, so that'll only be $1. I think that one will be good as well. Let's see. This is one of my favorite parts, is digging through the older linens. This is definitely a vintage, like a percale or like the muslin. It's marked at $2, so it'll only be $1. And they actually look like they have never been used. Like they still got that permapress on them. So I'm going to grab those. And then here is a really, really nice like lavender jacquard tablecloth with napkins. And I grabbed that one as well. So my being minimalist is not really working very well. I've already dropped off, I think, 3 handfuls of stuff at the register. Here's some more of the napkins that match my set. They had gotten separated somehow. This is a sheet set here. I debated. I like to have extra sheet sets for my spare bedrooms, but I didn't really like that pattern, and I'm okay waiting. It's a very gold table runner. I might have should got it. That was not proper English. I promise you I can speak. It's a little hot out today. And I'm in the car right now recording this for you while I'm waiting to pick Dalton up from school, is what's going on here. So I don't know, you might hear my air conditioner blowing because it's 90 something degrees here in Florida. What's down here on the bottom? I have to really like something if I'm gonna get it off the bottom. This is some other sheets too. I don't like that pattern really either though. It's just like plain stripes. Now, if they're plain stripes and they feel like really, really high quality fabric, then I will still get them. And what caught my eye down here, look at this amazing mid-century modern zigzag shape. That one was $5, so it'll only be $2.50. So I'm going to grab that one, and then I've got to go empty my hands again. All right, we're back with empty hands for a third go-around in the shed. And I know I'm going to get that other mid-century modern one. This is a really cool New York Mets duffel bag, but I think they had it at 20. And how amazing is this tapestry? I will tell you, I ended up going back and getting this. I thought it wasn't for sale, but I asked them and it was for sale. And I got it, I believe, for $5, so it was $2.50 with the discount. And look, some more Lenox. I have found quite a few of the Lenox holiday towels over the years, both at thrift stores and garage sales, and done very well. This is a really cute little hand towel. Look at that. That'd be cute in a black and white bathroom, but there was only one, so I did decide to leave it. And I think there's another Lenox towel back here hiding. So somebody must have donated like their entire Lenox Christmas set, including tablecloth and towels and all of the things. These are really pretty towels as well. And most of the time, 2 sets of towels for me go for about 15 to 20. But they're pretty easy to ship, so I do pick them up if I find good ones. Looking here in the middle, it's kind of full, so we might have to rearrange a little bit. What is this? Looks like a pine cone table runner, I think. Huh. And I do pick up and sell Christmas year-round. Let me know in the comments if you're a reseller, if you do as well. And I didn't decide to get that pine cone one. It didn't have a tag. And I don't know how popular pine cones would be. Now, here's a really pretty, I think this is a pillowcase. Really pretty lace edge. So I'm going to grab that one. It was 50 cents with the discount. And look at the edging on this. Really, really pretty tablecloth, so we're going to grab that as well. So we're finding some stuff here in the middle bin. Now look at this. These are shoe dust bags, Cole Haan shoe dust bags. There were 4, so 2 sets of 2. I do sell the shoe ones together, and those I think were 50 cents each, so not too bad on those. And those should sell for about 15 a set, so 30 for the 2 from $1, because they will be half off. This one's really pretty. Look at these napkins. Really, really nice with the gold background on those. I'm running out of room in my hands again. Look, I pick up one thing and then I drop one thing. Just, yeah, we have to bring the cart. You guys can yell at me if I don't bring the cart. I don't have it at the next one, I know, because I've already recorded it. But after that, you'll have to tell me. This is a really pretty knit scarf. I think I'm going to get that one as well. Do you see? My hands are pushing into the middle of my chest in front of the camera is what's going on. Really, really pretty holly table runner. We're going to get that. Look, it's like pretty soon all this stuff I'm holding is going to cover the camera and you're not going to be able to see anything. I'm going to have to go empty my hands. And my hair is getting everywhere. I'm just a mess right now. I used to always have my hair in a bun, but now I put it back in a ponytail. But sometimes when I'm bending down like that, it swings in front of the camera. I really like that throw. I told you I do come back and get it. It's absolutely amazing. All right, let's see if there's any good pillows. If you missed it, last week on my Nurse Flipper channel, I did a high dollar pillow video of pillows that sell for hundreds of dollars. So I'll pop that up top. Definitely go and check that out if you did not catch it already. What is in here? I need to get that other mid-century modern throw. Let's see. This one's really pretty. It's almost like a woven one. Now I have two hands tucked full of stuff. So I think I might have to go empty again. But look. But first, a really amazing tropical tablecloth that I still apparently have a hand to grab. I think if I don't bring the cart, I actually get more than if I do bring the cart. Okay, we're gonna go empty our hands again, and then we might come back. Whoa! See, I knocked the camera. Knocked the camera off. All right, now we're inside the store. We're looking at their purses. And if you see something, definitely let me know again, because I'm going back next week. They're laughing at me. They love me because I take all of their stuff. Let's see. I didn't get these, and let me know, like, if you guys like these or if you think they do well on, like, a whatnot sale. They're handmade with, like, little ribbon handles, and there's a whole bunch of them in different fabric patterns. They're really cute little handbags. I think they'd be good for, like, cosmetics, like, if you were going on vacation or something. And there are a bunch of them here. So let me know, like, if you would be interested in them or if you think people would buy them, because I think they'd be like $1. So if they're still there with the 75% off, maybe I could just grab all of them and do like a little whatnot live auction with them. The flamingo one's super cute. There's just a lot of them. So somebody must have made them. Maybe they had a craft booth or something similar, and they stopped doing that, and then they donated all of them, is what I'm thinking happened. Some cute little hankies, but unfortunately they have stains. So I think I'm gonna resist the urge. Now, if those are still there, I might have to get them when I go back. Definitely check bandanas too. What I was looking for was the Made in the USA tag. Not tag, but it's written on the bottom. So that's what I'm looking. You can see this one's made in China. The ones that are made in the USA actually sell pretty decent for 12 to 15, and they sell pretty fast. Some underwears, anyone? No, we are not getting underwear. All right, let's look at some shirts here and see what we can find. And these shirts are different prices. They're not like the dollar ones. This is not a store that has everything's $1. Most of the button-ups, though, are like $3 to $5. And with the 50% off, they'd be like $1.50 to $2.50. So this one's really, really nice. I like that one, but I wasn't familiar with the brand. So let's see if we can find some good ones here. An LL Bean, that's a good one. Look, $3, so that one's only $1.50. So we'll definitely grab a hold of that one. And I think I have a video on button-ups too. This one's Southern Tide. That one's a really nice one. Oh, but it has a stain. We're going to put it back. See, I'm doing better at finding the stains. Here's another LL Bean, $1.50. I need to do a research video on button-ups, especially Western button-ups, because if you're not familiar with those, there are some that sell for really, really good money. I think that would be a good research video. This one is Daniel Cremo. It's only $2, but it's brand new with the tag. So I'm going to grab that one. I'm not like a giant fan of selling clothes, but clothes are what I find cheap. And look at this. Tommy Bahama, $3. $1.50 for that Tommy Bahama. Look at my giant pile. It is giant. There's a cute little puppy in the store. I don't know if you saw him. I think his name was Dexter. I think that was his name, if I remember correctly. What is this one? This one's an Ariat, which Ariat shirts and boots both do very well. So that one was a good find. And then another Wrangler. And this one's a George Strait edition Wrangler. So that one should do very good. And we are in the larger sizes now. And typically those larger sizes do sell a bit faster for me. So that's definitely a good thing. I don't think there's much down on this end. A bunch of almost like generic t-shirts. All right, let's move to the next section. Look at this, $3. This is a Nike Gators polo. How amazing was that? So it'll be $1.50 with the discount. Look, I thought I missed something. I had to go back. I do go back a second time sometimes because, especially if you're going through stuff fast, it is easy to pass over good stuff. So I was like, let me double check here and make sure I didn't miss anything. That Columbia PFG t-shirt is probably $10. So like if you were doing reselling by yourself, $1.50 into 10 is not a bad return on things. I believe this is a Polo Ralph Lauren. But I decided to leave it there. See, I missed a Chaps. That's why we have to go back. Are there any more? Yep, here's another Chaps. So I'm thinking with these two, they're the same size. That's what I was looking at. I will just lot the two of them up together. That'll be perfect and get us a little bit higher sales price on that. All right, second go round complete. Now we are in the shorts. Not sure. And again, I should probably look up some of this stuff. I know most of my shirts, but I'm not good with jeans and short brands, to be honest. I do look at swim trunks because it is that season, so make sure you check out the swim trunks for sure. And what I'm looking for is like the fabric, like I can spot linen pretty easy, thicker like cargo shorts, hiking shorts, things like that. I got distracted by a pink crochet blanket that was 50 cents and I put it back. So I mean, I guess I could be doing worse. I'm restraining myself a little bit. Not a ton. Look at these love pillows. I didn't get these. Maybe these will still be there when I go back. Probably not, because they're really cute. There's actually the one, and then I saw another one down here on the other end. So there was a matching pair of them. And I'm debating. I'm like, they don't feel overly nice. I was thinking these for me, not for resale, but they had the stains, and that kind of cemented that I did not need to get those, and I needed to leave them be. Up top, I saw some shoes here. Those looked like Doc Martens, but they were not. They were an off-brand. And these here are the women's and the kids' shirts. So look at this. I love the Florida Gators. Let's see what's in here. I found that one Gators polo on the end cap. I'm going to see if I can see anything else. Maybe there's some more in here as well. Do you guys know this brand? Salomon, I think, was the name of these. They look like water shoes. I didn't look them up and I put them back, but I'm not sure if they have value. Now look at this. This is in the kids section, but this is a Florida Gators National Champs new shirt. $2. Only $1 with the discount. And it's still new. And look at this. These are new as well. And they Nike new for $2. I'm going to get all of them. Because new with the stickers or tag and $1, definitely. Where, you know, at the end of summer, football season starts, so watch for your football stuff, baseball stuff, all sports stuff. I pick up year round, but I definitely pay a little more attention to it during the season. Here is a FSU camo hat. I think I'll grab that. I am not an FSU fan, but I think it will sell. Really cool Germany hat there as well. And I think their hats are $1, so they'll be 50 cents with the sale. A vintage Judd's Auto hat. That one's pretty cool. This blue one down here, I don't know this logo. Do you guys know? It's almost like a fox. Not familiar with that brand. And these are like little caps. This one's Scala. Like little sweater newsboy caps. I'm not familiar with that one. And it had quite a bit of makeup staining. I probably could have washed it, but I did skip over that one. And over here, they have got like the athletic wear. I'm not shopping in the used underwear. You cannot sell used underwear, people. Make sure you know that. You can sell new old stock, but you cannot sell used. Alright, here's a slip. You can sell used bras, though. Some Nike shorts. I think I'm going to grab these for Brooke. They're like little running shorts, and they're $2, so good deal on those. Those would probably sell for about $15. I have been leaving behind like the single Nikes like that, though, that sell for $15, unless I can find two of the same size. I typically don't get them. This is a really cute little purse. I don't see a brand, but I think that I like that one enough to go ahead and pick it up, even without it being branded. Look at this bag. How amazing is this? I will give you a spoiler alert. I did keep that bag for myself. That bag does sell for about $35, but I needed a new bag for the springs going swimming that would hold all our beach towels, and that one works. And here's a really, really nice bra. I think I'm getting this for me too. Oh, a lot of you have asked about my tattoo, which is what it is. Some of you did not know. I do have a full sleeve on my right arm that starts on my hand and goes all the way up to my shoulder. I do have pictures over on Instagram on my Nurse Flipper page if you would like to see it. It is a complete sea life, almost like a Wyland painting on my arm. So on my hand is an octopus, and then I have sea turtles and spotted manta rays and sharks and all kinds of fun stuff. So that is what is on my hand, for those of you who have asked and have not seen it yet. I got that. It's been complete for about 4 or 5 months now. I started it coming up on close to a year ago. Look at my pile. Do you see this? Absolutely insane. But that's okay. Look at how cute these are. Ponytail holders with fabric. I think I'm going to get these for me too. The polka dot one doesn't feel very stretchy, so I think I'm going to skip that one. But I think these other two I'm going to get. But I think I would have to wear like solid color shorts and top. But they're really, really cute. So There's Dexter again. See him? It's very cute. Alright, I put all my hair accessories there in the same spot. Dexter's leaving, so we'll say goodbye to the puppy. He was very, very well behaved in there for us. I'm not sure that my dogs would have been as well behaved as he was. Let's see if we see any good wallets in here. This is actually eel skin. This is a vintage eel skin, and I know it by the feel. So I'm going to pick this up. It's not branded. You do have to be very, very careful with eel skin, just in case you find something like that. If they put a sticker on it, it will rip the eel skin. I unfortunately found a purse that was probably worth over $100 at a yard sale for $1, and they had put that dollar sticker directly on the eel skin, and it totally ripped it. So just be aware, if you do find eel skin and it has a sticker on it, maybe I would ask them if they could remove it so it's not you ripping it, if that is what happens. And if it does rip it, obviously you wouldn't want to get it unless it was in a very inconspicuous spot. And we're just checking out a few more of these shirts before we wrap it up. I've been here long enough, and you saw I have a really, really big pile already. They're happy with it because they try and get rid of as much as they can before they close for the summer, because they will still get donations over the summer, and so then the store is like fully stocked when they start back up at the beginning of the school year. So yeah, they're happy when I come in here and get a ton. So maybe next week I'll get a bunch again, but at 75% off. Today is 50%. So we'll finish looking through these last and maybe take one little last lap around the store. This store is pretty small, but they have quite a bit of good stuff here. And if you missed it at the beginning, this is the Yankeetown Women's Club Thrift. But they will be closed for the summer. So if you want to go, you got to go like really soon or wait till September when they reopen. What is this? Kansas City Chiefs or Tampa Bay Bucks? Whoops. I like Tampa Bay Bucks and Kansas City Chiefs. That was a Tampa Bay Bucks shirt. So we're going to add these and make us one little last lap around. my giant pile on the floor. It happens. It happens. Take a look at the pants real quick just to see if anything catches our eye here. Here's a new pair. These are Dickies work pants, brand new, and it looks like they're only going to be $2.50, so that's a great pickup for those. They're just watching me. They're so funny. They're so nice and tell me over and over that they appreciate me coming in, and I really do appreciate them. Their pricing is good, and I always can find some really good stuff here, so I appreciate them and they appreciate me, so it's a great relationship. This is all the like workout type clothing here. Not seeing too much though. And if you know me, I do not typically pick up a ton of women's clothing. I tend to gravitate more towards selling men's. All right. We are in the back, which has more linens here. We're going to see what all we can find. This was a bin here that was in the back room, but they were having a formal dance that night. So they told me to dig through the bin because they had to move all of the stuff in from the room for the dance. And there was a lot of it. I didn't dig through the majority of it, but I figured I would just give it a quick flip through here. Look, a pineapple towel. All right. I'm gonna get this cute little kitchen towel, and I think I am gonna go and check out, and I will see you in just a second. All right, 4 trash bags later, I did not behave. Everything was 50% off. I spent $120. 4 trash bags full. Let's look at it all again right now. All right, so I got a lot. I added this last minute. It was $1.50. I thought it would be worth more. It's only worth about $15, so that's kind of eh. Adidas. I was thinking this was women's, but it's actually, I think, a kid's extra large. So it's a little hoodie. That one should do okay. And then these have a $54 price tag, and they were only $2 because they were half off. The new Dickies, those were $2.50 as well. Those are also brand new with tag, which is nice. This one just looks really fancy. We're gonna have to measure it. It doesn't have a size. I think it was handmade. And then Florida Gators 2XL. This one I think is a basketball one, and we just won the basketball national championship. Here's another. Oh, this one is for me. University of Florida. That one I'm gonna keep. Really pretty tablecloth. This one's 84 by 75 tropical. I don't know if there's a brand, but I do okay selling tablecloths. I can keyword well. Beautiful holly table runner. And then this is a David Taylor brand new polo, $2. Everything is 50% off because the store is closing. Wrangler George Strait collection, $2.50. This is a vintage Robux. It doesn't have the size. We'll have to get it, but it is a pearl snap, so that should do well. I have to look the Betty Boop up. She's dirty, but I think she'll do good. The Izod jeans for $1. I couldn't pass it. Actually, 50 cents. And then the North Face camo. These are placemats, 4 placemats. I think these are Lenox, and I actually have a Lenox tablecloth as well. Chaps Ralph Lauren, size large. I think I have 2, and yeah, and I'm gonna lot those 2 up together. This is a really pretty, it's almost like woven with the yarn. Really pretty throw blanket. LL Bean. This is 2 pillowcases, definitely vintage with the lace. This one is for me too. See, I'm like gathering things for myself. The Brother, I was hoping this would be worth more. I paid $5. It should be worth about $20 to $25. Gorgeous. More napkins. These I think are vintage and had original tag. Champions medium Florida Gators. I've told you guys over and over I cannot pass up the Florida Gators. Did you find the, oh, the saucers are in that purse. So these, I didn't look them up, but they're Waitersbach, Germany, so I figured worth a try. Look at this really pretty throw blanket, and it is fleece lined on the back. Maybe, I think it's a throw blanket. Vintage little teddy bear picnic tablecloth. Really pretty vintage tea towel. Germany hat. Vintage the Judd's hat. Vintage FSU hat. Fanatics. Chiefs, or nope, it's Bucks. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think these are also Lenox. Those were $1.50. The purse, they did $3, so that was $1.50. I think I'm going to keep this bag for like a towel bag for the springs, unless it's worth a lot of money. Lenox towels do very well. So I got this whole set of Lenox towels for only $2.50. Those should go for $25 to $30. I got the really pretty wall hanging that was hanging up. They did $5 on it, so that was $2.50 with the discount. I got 2 of these zigzag, totally mid-century modern, if you look at those colors. These were $4 each. And then I got 3 almost vintage. Next year, these will be vintage. 2006 national champions. This one was 2. This one is a Nike. It was 2. Another Nike. It was 2. And Nautica 4-piece napkin set, still new. Made in Ireland tea towel. The last tea towel I picked up similar to this went for $30. These are vintage, but they're new. Like, there's no way these were used. They're still pressed. These were $2. Some more napkins because they're cheap. Why not? $1 for all of these. Poinsettia tablecloth. That one is 128 by 58. So that's like a banquet table one. That one was $3. Tommy Bahama shirt I got $1.50. Like, how do you not get it for $1.50? This set has, it's almost like a lilac color. Really, really pretty damask. And then look at this tablecloth. Beautiful edging. This one was only $2.50. And then I actually, look, I found Cole Haan shoe bags. They were $1/4 each. So I have not found any at thrift store. That was the first. Is this with this or not? Maybe? Oh, yes.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. This one was $1.50. It is another LL Bean. So I got a ton of stuff. I spent $120. It would have been $240, but it was 50% off. So if you're interested in anything, shoot me an email to nurseflipper@yahoo.com, and I will see you on the next one.